Let's create a new document with a width and height of 1920 by 1080. Drag and drop the texture into the work area and resize it to match the document size. Press Ctrl+U and drag the saturation slider to -100. Add a color lookup and choose the style you like most. Add a photo filter and choose a dark blue color. Set the value to 90% and change the blend mode to overlay. We will lower the brightness using curves like this. Select all layers and group them in one folder. Drag the second picture and place it on top. Using the color overlay, I will change the color to red. Now I will add the TV picture to my design. The borders of the image are very bright, so I will add a curve to it. Use this button here to set it as a clipping mask that will only affect the TV layer. To avoid problems with masking in Premiere, it's better to add a black background to the TV PNG by adding a rectangle under the layer. We add the YouTube logo and place it on the top left side. Now we will do the same thing with the hand, and this time we will place it on the bottom right side. Press Ctrl+U once again and lower the slider to get the black and white effect. For the last picture, I will drag and drop it into a new window. Click on the magic wand tool icon and choose Select Subject. Now click on Select and Mask and set the smoothness of the edges to around 60. Add a mask to the selection using this icon. Drag and drop the image into the main document and resize it. I will place it on the bottom left and transform it to black and white with Ctrl+U. You can add any headline text you like. I will just copy the text from the project I already finished with the same style, and I will paste it like this. Now let's flatten the layers into a single element to preserve the style we created when importing to Premiere, using Convert to Smart Object and Rasterize Layer Style. Also, make sure to rename every layer for a better workflow. From Premiere Pro, import the PSD file. A window will pop up asking for confirmation. Make sure to choose the option Import as Sequence with the footage dimension set to document size. Open the folder and double-click on the PSD sequence. Now we have all our elements in the timeline. I will select the top red element and change its blend mode to get a better look. I will use hard light for this one. Nest the top clip with the background clip. I will go back to Photoshop to copy the headline text. In Premiere Pro, use Ctrl+T and paste the text. In the Essential Graphics panel, select the text and align it to the center. Now you can delete the old one. With the rectangle tool and with the text clip selected, draw a box like this and use the checkbox for a mask with shape. Now go to Effect Controls, look for a transform, and move the text. As you can see, the text will only appear in the box area. Let's animate that movement. Lower the text to the bottom and set a keyframe on the position. Press Shift plus right arrow 4 times. Now change the text position to align with the box, and that will automatically create the second keyframe. Select both keyframes and use Easy Out and Easy In. Hold the handle on the second frame and drag it to the left. This will give us a smoother movement. I will animate Johnny's picture using a transform from the Effect panel. Set a keyframe on position, and as we did before, hold Shift plus right arrow 6 times. Drag the keyframe to that position and move the playhead to the start. Now move the picture to the left until it's no longer visible. Select both keyframes and set the temporal interpolation to ease out, ease in. Drag the handle of the second keyframe to the left. We uncheck the option and set the shutter angle to 360 degrees to get the motion blur effect. We will repeat the same steps with the hand clip selected. To sync the animation in a better way, I will select the hand clip and move the keyframes 10 frames forward. And I will do the same with Johnny's picture. For the YouTube logo, we will just animate the opacity. Move 5 frames and set the first keyframe at 0%. Jump 15 frames and set the value to 100%. The last element to animate is the TV, and we will do the same steps once more. This time, the animation will start from the top to the center. And I will move the keyframes by 5 frames. I will make the text start in the middle of the animation. You can fine-tune this until you're satisfied with the result. To make things more interesting, we will add overlay effects like this. I will be using the dust overlay first. And while the clip is selected, go to Effect Controls and change the blend mode to what fits best. It will depend on the type of overlay. Select all the elements we have animated and nest them to save space on the timeline. I will add another overlay and cut and remove the unnecessary parts. And set the blend mode once more. I will add a light leak, but this time I will place it on top of everything with the blend mode set to a screen. Now I will adjust the placement of the dust on top of the grunge overlay. I see that the grunge clip is too strong, so I will lower the opacity, and I will do the same for the light leak clip. The last step is to add a new adjustment layer and drop it above all the clips. Select it and open the Lumetri color panel, and from the Creative drop-down menu, choose the LUT you like. Let's see the changes we made. To spice things up, I will add a video playing inside the TV. To do that, simply add the clip you want, cut the parts you will use, and place that clip under the adjustment layer and above the elements in the nested clip. Select that clip and resize it to match the TV borders. Also, use position to align it in the right place. Go to opacity and select the rectangle to create a mask. I will set the preview to 75% so I can see what I'm doing. Drag the mask rectangle dots while holding Shift as needed to create a box that matches the TV borders. Now change the mask feather to something around 25. While the clip is selected, head to Lumetri Color, and from the Creative menu, drag and drop the saturation to 0. You can also drop the opacity of the clip to whatever works best. Now we need to match the start of the clip with the TV animation, so I will move the masked clip to that position on the timeline. And that's the final result. I hope you like it, and I will see you in the next one.